You know, the population of children in India is the biggest, you know, 460 million children here. You know, 1 in every 5 children in the world is in India. And we know when India progresses, the whole world progresses with them. So that is why it's so important.
You mentioned the Cricket World Cup. You've come at an interesting time.
I know.
You know what a big deal cricket is in a country like India. Football has also been picking up. We have our own football league. How do you think sports like cricket or football can drive change in children?
I've always said that sport is one of the most powerful tools of change. And I've seen that over the years, whether it be in Thailand, whether it be in different parts of Europe, in South America, I've seen how sport can change, and specifically football, because that's where, you know, my upbringing is from. You know, I've seen that the moment that I go into one of these villages in towns that don't have TVs, that don't have radios, but you take a football into this village and these kids' faces, they light up. And it's the same with cricket here. You know, it's such a powerful tool. You know, there's so many cricketers, men, women, where these young kids are looking up to and wanting to be them and wanting to follow everything that they do. That's why it's such an important role for sportsmen, sportswomen to have that opportunity to have a platform where they can speak out, where they can, you know, be part of change. And I've seen, you know, when I play football with these kids, whether it be 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 2 hours, whatever situation they're in around the world, they forget about it. You know, unfortunately, they have to go back to that situation, but for that time, you know, it tells you how powerful, you know, the sport is. You know, it breaks down barriers. It gives children confidence. It gives them a foundation for what they can take into their lives, whether they become cricketers, whether they become footballers, whether they become basketball players. That doesn't matter. What they get from playing those sports is, you know, teamwork, leadership, confidence, you know, and they can aspire to be, you know, the next generation of cricketers or footballers. So sport is so important.
You know, and cricket fans are in for a double treat because you're going to be watching the semi-final, the India versus New Zealand match. That's how you're spending your day in Mumbai. Is this the first time that you're watching a Cricket World Cup match?
It's the first time I've seen a Cricket World Cup match live. Obviously, I've followed cricket over the years. You know, obviously being in Manchester and having a roommate like Gary Neville. Gary Neville was a huge cricketer, and actually him and his brother could have gone on to be professional. But they chose football instead. So I always used to watch cricket